Krishna Murti is a senior officer in the Indonesian National Police who currently holds the rank of Police Inspector General, or a two-star general. Born in Ambon, Maluku, on January 15, 1970, he is an alumnus of the 1991 Police Academy. He is married to Nani Ariani Utama, and they have 2 children. Krishna's career in the police force has been quite smooth, with him holding strategic positions such as Deputy Chief of the Lampung Regional Police from July 22, 2016, to September 23, 2016. Krishna was the senior and former superior of Ferdi Sambo when they served at the Jakarta Metropolitan Police around 2015. At that time, Krishna Murti was the chief of the Criminal Investigation Directorate of the Jakarta Metropolitan Police, while Sambo was the deputy chief. At that time, Sambo held the rank of Police Adjunct Senior Commissioner, AKBP, while Krishna was already a commissioner. 5 years later, Sambo surpassed Krishna. Sambo was promoted to 2-star general when former National Police Chief Idham Aziz appointed him as the head of the Professional and Security Division, Kadif Propam, of the Indonesian National Police. The position became vacant after Inspector General Ignatius Sigit Widiatmono passed away in October 2020. Krishna then served as the head of the International Mission Bureau in the International Relations Division of the Indonesian National Police from July 21, 2017, to October 14, 2022. Since October 14, 2022, Krishna has been the head of the International Relations Division of the Indonesian National Police. His rank was elevated to Police Inspector General, or 2-star general. He has handled several high-profile cases during his tenure as the chief of the Criminal Investigation Directorate of the Jakarta Metropolitan Police since 2015, 2 of which were the Sarinah Thamrin bombing and the death of Wayan Mirna Salihin, both occurring in 2016. Recently, Netflix released Ice Cold, Murder, Coffee, and Jessica Wongso. The documentary explores Jessica's case from various perspectives. Many in the public have been questioning and even considering the case to have anomalies. This interest heightened after Jessica Wongso's lawyer, Otto Hasibuan, mentioned that Krishna Murti was a key figure in the case. He made this statement in an interview with Karni Ilyas, which aired on YouTube on October 6, 2023. Krishna was involved in handling Jessica's case because he was serving as the Director of General Criminal Investigation at the Jakarta Metropolitan Police at the time. Why did this case end up in court, when it shouldn't have had to, said Otto. This is the key to the matter, and everyone in the legal community should know it. This is the key. We see in the Netflix documentary, when Mirna was about to be buried, Krishna Murti came and told Mirna's father, Eddie, your daughter was poisoned, Otto revealed. In her defense during the 2016 trial, Jessica accused Krishna Murti of swearing to stake his position to designate her as a suspect. Jessica also revealed that Krishna Murti visited her in detention. During this meeting, Krishna confessed that his pride was hurt by having to visit the detention center to meet Jessica. I was visited by Mr. Krishna Murti, in detention. He said, coming down to the detention center has already hurt my pride, Jessica recounted to the judges during the trial for the murder of Mirna Wayan Salihin. Mr. Krishna also said, I signed your detention letter. Bismillah, I am staking my position for the sake of Allah, Jessica continued. Crying, Jessica Wongso went on with her confession about Krishna Murti in the trial. She claimed that Krishna Murti forced her to confess to murdering Mirna with cyanide. Jessica also alleged that Krishna offered her a 7-year prison sentence. The condition was that Jessica had to confess to killing Mirna at Oliver's coffee shop. Furthermore, Jessica said, Krishna Murti promised not to impose the maximum penalty on her. The maximum penalty in question was life imprisonment or the death penalty. He, Krishna Murti, also talked to me. He said, it's better for you to confess to murdering Mirna. At most, you'll be sentenced to 7 years, and with reductions, your prison time will be short, Jessica revealed. I also won't let you be sentenced to life imprisonment or the death penalty, Jessica continued, mimicking Krishna Murti's words. Krishna Murti has strongly denied Jessica's claims in the trial. Krishna stated that he never made any statements or promises as alleged by Jessica. On the contrary, Krishna admitted that he only asked Jessica Wongso to speak the truth based on the facts related to the cyanide coffee case. If Jessica did not want to provide a factual confession, Krishna said he would not make an issue out of it. The involvement of Krishna Murti in the manipulation of CCTV footage in the Jessica Wongso case is a significant aspect of this highly controversial trial. As the General Crime Director of the Jakarta Metropolitan Police, Krishna Murti oversaw the investigation and the handling of evidence, including the crucial CCTV footage from Café Olivier. This footage played a pivotal role in the legal proceedings, as it was used to support the prosecution's case against Jessica Wongso, who was accused of poisoning her friend, Mirna Salihin, with cyanide-laced coffee. Under Krishna Murti's leadership, two digital forensic experts, Mirna Al-Azhar and Christopher Hariman Rianto, were tasked with analyzing and presenting the CCTV footage. However, these experts manipulated the video by downscaling its resolution from 1920 by 1080 pixels to 960 by 576 pixels. This deliberate reduction in resolution obscured important details and compromised the integrity of the evidence. The manipulation was intended to distort reality and strengthen the prosecution's narrative against Jessica Wongso. The defense team, including forensic expert appointed by Wongso's legal counsel, Hariman highlighted these manipulations during the trial. He argued that the downscaled footage made it difficult to discern specific actions or movements, leading to significant discrepancies and raising doubts about the accuracy and reliability of the evidence presented. This revelation of digital tampering became a central point in Wongso's defense strategy, aiming to undermine the credibility of the prosecution's case and the integrity of the entire legal process. Krishna Murti's role in overseeing this manipulated evidence has been a subject of intense scrutiny and criticism. The deliberate tampering with the CCTV footage, under his supervision, has been seen as a flagrant disregard for truth and justice. It has called into question the fairness and transparency of the investigation and the subsequent trial. The exposure of these manipulations has fueled widespread discussions about the reliability of forensic evidence, the role of law enforcement in ensuring justice, and the potential abuse of power by those in authority. The manipulation of Café Olivier's CCTV footage under the direction of Krishna Murti and executed by Mirna Al-Azhar and Christopher Hariman Rianto represents one of the most egregious instances of digital tampering in recent history. This case underscores the critical importance of maintaining the integrity of forensic evidence and the need for rigorous scrutiny in legal proceedings to uphold justice. The actions of these individuals have had far-reaching implications, not only for the Jessica Wongso case, but also for the broader perception of the legal and judicial system in Indonesia. Krishna Murti's involvement in the manipulation of the CCTV footage in Jessica Wongso's case appears to be driven by a motive to reinforce the prosecution's case against her. It shows how the resolution of the CCTV footage was deliberately altered within the same time interval, specifically between 1557 and 1717 local time, just before Mirna Salihin arrived. This tampering, carried out by Mirna Al-Azhar under Krishna Murti's direction, blurred all of Jessica Wongso's movements at table 54 and fabricated artificial movements, such as looking left and right, moving objects, and taking something from her bag. The motive behind these actions seems clear. By degrading the footage quality from 1920 by 1080 pixels to 960 by 576 pixels, and introducing artificial activities, Krishna Murti aimed to obscure crucial details that might have exonerated Wongso. This manipulation was intended to present her actions as suspicious and potentially incriminating, thus bolstering the prosecution's narrative. The resulting blurry and low-resolution footage made it difficult for judges and legal experts to accurately interpret Wongso's behavior, leading to potential misinterpretations that favored the prosecution's case. By compromising the integrity of the digital evidence, Krishna Murti and his team introduced biases and distortions that could mislead the court and undermine the principles of justice. This unethical manipulation of evidence highlights a significant abuse of power, as it sought to ensure a conviction by any means necessary, rather than allowing for a fair and objective legal process. The deliberate tampering of the CCTV footage ultimately reflects a calculated effort to influence the trial's outcome, casting serious doubts on the integrity of the entire legal proceedings. Krishna Murti's involvement in the manipulation of the CCTV-7 footage in Jessica Wongso's case aimed to falsely accuse her of placing a stirrer into Mirna Salihin's coffee, and to obscure the movements of Mirna's hand when she picked up the stirrer from the table. Under Krishna Murti's direction, Muhammad Na Al-Azhar and Christopher Hariman Rianto executed deliberate alterations to the CCTV-7 footage from Café Olivier. This involved reducing the resolution and frame rate of the footage, which blurred crucial details and distorted the events. Christopher Hariman Rianto split the CCTV-7 footage into two segments. The second segment, which covered the crucial time just before Mirna Salihin arrived at the cafe, was intentionally blurred to obscure the specific movements. This manipulation made it difficult to see Mirna's hand movements clearly, creating ambiguity around whether Jessica had placed the stirrer into the coffee or if Mirna had picked it up herself. By intentionally blurring these details, the manipulation aimed to create a misleading narrative that Jessica Wongso had tampered with Mirna's coffee. This strategic move was designed to cast doubt on Jessica and bolster the prosecution's case, ultimately compromising the integrity of the trial and raising serious ethical and legal concerns about the fairness of the proceedings. The manipulation of the CCTV-9 footage resulted in a loss of color detail and clarity in the first segment, making it challenging to accurately compare the coffee colors. This deliberate reduction in resolution and frame rate obscured the subtle variations in hue, saturation, and brightness that are crucial for forensic analysis. By tampering with the visual evidence, the team under Krishna Murti's direction compromised the integrity of the forensic findings. This manipulation not only misled the toxicologists, who based their cyanide analysis on this footage, but also introduced significant doubts about the reliability of the prosecution's evidence. The inaccurate results from the toxicologists, due to the compromised footage, had far-reaching implications for the trial. The judges relied on flawed forensic evidence to convict Jessica Wongso, which undermines the credibility of the entire judicial process. The deliberate actions of Krishna Murti and his team in manipulating the CCTV-9 footage cast serious doubts on the integrity of the investigation and the fairness of the trial. This case highlights the critical importance of preserving the accuracy and reliability of forensic evidence to ensure justice is served. This 3 of the 37 scientific pieces of evidence explained revealing the manipulation of CCTV footage at Café Olivier have been uncovered and exposed. These pieces of evidence demonstrate deliberate tampering with the footage, particularly concerning the resolution and frame rate adjustments that obscured crucial details. This tampering aimed to distort the events and create misleading evidence against Jessica Wongso. Specifically, the alterations involved splitting footage into segments with differing resolutions and frame rates, manipulating the color detail of the coffee, and blurring critical movements and objects. The exposure of these manipulations has serious implications for those involved, including Krishna Murti and his subordinates, Muhammad Na Al-Azhar and Christopher Hariman Rianto. The deliberate tampering with evidence not only violates ethical and professional standards in digital forensics, but also constitutes a criminal act. If proven guilty, they could face severe legal consequences for their actions. Such manipulations undermine the integrity of the judicial process and erode public trust in law enforcement and forensic practices. Inspector General Krishna Murti should face severe punishment for his role in manipulating CCTV footage in the Jessica Wongso case. This includes a lengthy prison sentence, potentially over a decade, due to the gravity of tampering with evidence in a high-profile murder case. Additionally, he could be subjected to substantial fines and immediate dismissal from his position, effectively ending his career in law enforcement. His actions would also lead to professional disqualification, preventing him from holding any similar roles in the future, and causing significant damage to his reputation, making it difficult for him to find employment in any trust-based field.